Okay, so we're back with another Q&A series, episode 2. We still need to figure out a name for this series. I really can't figure out one. If you have any suggestions, put it down in the comments. I would really appreciate it. I haven't put all the questions in this video because I don't want to make this video too long, but I have made another video for the other questions. So do not worry if your questions has not been answered. It will be answered, but just keep it coming. If you have other questions, whether it's deep, whether it's something that it's on your mind, just put it down in the comments. Like I said, the more questions you ask me, the more it challenges me and the more it makes me think in how I can help you. This is for you. This has nothing to do with me. This is all about you and your needs and what you're going through in life. So if you have questions, doubts, worries, whatever it is, put it down in the comments and I will make a video on this. So let's get straight to the first question. How to not constantly compare yourself to other students. I'm going to be starting A-levels and all throughout high school I kept comparing myself to students whom I admired or wanted to be like. Then I would fail, but I couldn't stop. I know it's not good. Comparison. Listen, I completely understand where you're coming from and I feel your pain because a lot of us go through this and we always look at other people that are doing better than us when we think we're doing well until someone else is doing better. And when we see that other person doing better than us, it makes us feel dumb. It makes us feel stupid. It makes us feel that we're not good enough. And then we go in this kind of depression, kind of negative spiral of thoughts, thinking that we're just not good enough and everything just doesn't seem rosy anymore because there's someone else that's doing better than you. I'm just going to be honest with you. You're not going to be able to escape the comparison because we live in a world now where everything is comparison, whether it's in school, whether it's in family, whether it's in social media. Social media is the worst because everyone these days going through Instagram, checking their happy reels, TikTok, the happy reels, and they look at all these people doing so-called better and then they look at their life and thinking like, oh, I'm not doing great with my life, and then they go into this negative spiral. One thing I would say is this: there's nothing wrong with you admiring those people, and I think you should take that as inspiration, but you need to focus on your own journey. As much as it's difficult and it makes you feel like, oh, these people are better, they're not, and I'll tell you why. Everyone is wired differently. You don't know how that person got to that stage. You don't know the amount of work that they put in. But what you can control is your actions. What are you doing on a daily basis? Now, for example, if you want to aspire to those people, cool. Maybe set yourself a goal. Okay, I want to get these grades or I want to get these certain marks. That is your goal, your personal goal. Then you don't worry about other people, okay? Your goal is, okay, I want to get an A or I want to get an A star, which means I have to do this, this, this. So set the goal first of what you want, no one else. You set the goal and then from there you say, okay, what do I need to do? Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5 to get to that goal. Just solely focus on yourself. That is very important because when you focus on yourself, you don't really care about what happens outside. You don't care if this person got a higher grade than you, and just let it be. Let it be. Let it accept. Okay, oh, you got A star, you got 99%. Okay, fine, no problem. Because I also struggle with comparison, and for me as well, it's something that I don't know if it's an insecurity. It could be an insecurity. I think it could be an insecurity, but it's like we think that because this person did better than us, whether it's social media, whether it's subscribers, whether it's grades, whether it's money, whatever, we think in our mind they're better than us. But it's not. It's an illusion. It's more about our self-concept. And our self-concept is, are you happy with yourself? That's the question that you have to ask yourself. Are you happy with yourself? Because if you're happy with yourself, your energy is going to be great. Other people are going to feel it and other people are going to like you as well. Look at your self-concept as an image. Do you like yourself? Do you like the things that you're doing? Are you grateful for the things that you have? Because when you're able to do that, you're going to attract good people. You're going to attract good things coming to you. And I don't want to sound cliche and all that stuff, but it is true. And I think this self-concept came from this book called, I think it was called The Psychology of Selling. I think it was from Brian Tracy, I think it was. But it was something there where it was saying about, okay, the self-concept is basically something where you look within yourself and you have to ask yourself, are you happy? Because people that compare themselves with other people, they're not normally happy within themselves. When you're happy with yourself, you don't really care about other people. You don't care about people that are doing better than you. It is difficult, I understand. Trust me, I get it. We're living in a society these days where everything is comparison. Just set your goals. Okay, this is the grade that you want. Okay, cool. And then when you achieve it, celebrate it. Because you said, I want this goal and I've achieved it. Okay, now I'm going to go and to do the next goal, the bigger goal. That's what you want to do. Just build it step by step. Don't worry about other people. If it helps as well, just don't have those conversations. Don't look at social media. Don't look at those things that could potentially bring you back into the comparison mode. Because you have to understand, if you want to remove yourself from comparison, you can't go back and doing the same thing, which is comparing yourself with those people. You set yourself a goal and then you go and do that. That's it. I'm struggling a bit to achieve my purpose in life. I have the goals that I want to meet, but not sure how to go about doing so. Would there be a structure in place for reaching said goals? For example, being able to go into a career that one really enjoys and finding one's purpose, or just trying to get better oneself on a whole. This is a question where I feel a lot of people would relate, because a lot of people don't know what their purpose in life is, and a lot of people actually lived all their life not knowing what their purpose is. It sounds like you know what you want in terms of the goals, you just don't know how to go about doing it. And very simply, I'll just put it in one word, is action. You want to take action. So how does that look? Okay, so if you have a certain career that you want to get into, because it sounds like you have a career in mind, what do you have to do to get into that career? So for example, is there certain qualifications that you need to do? Is there a certain degree that you have to do? Is there certain grades that you have to get into that career? So first figure out what requirements is needed for you to get into that career. Once you've got the requirements, okay, I need to do this, then you go about making steps. Okay, I need to go and actually take action. So that means I have to do this, and do this. Now, the way you go about doing it is you don't go and say, okay, I'm going to go all do this all in one go. I'm going to go and just do this, bang, bang, bang. No, you set a structure. So simple, set a timetable. Today, I'm going to be doing this. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing this. You set a structure that sticks to the goal that you want to achieve, so that you can then get into the career that you want. So it's a very practical step, okay? This is not theory. If you have a goal in mind, now you got to go and take action. You got to execute. Execution is key. With everything going on in life, everyone says, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. Bullshit, man. A lot of people just say things, but they don't follow through. You want to be that person that follows through. Okay, I want to get into this career. Cool. I need to do this, which means I need to get this degree, I need to get these grades. Okay, how do I go about doing this? Well, I need to study, I need to learn this skill, I need to learn this skill. Okay, fine, how do I go about doing that? What you want to do is break it down into small goals, so you can achieve those small goals to aid you in achieving the bigger goal. Because I can see from the way you've written that message, you have your goals, but you don't really know how to go about doing it. And this is where you break it down into small steps so you can go and achieve those goals. Do the action, take execution. Don't just, say you want to do this like other people do it, right? And not do anything about it. But I can see you're not that type of person, because you actually want to do something about it and take action. And what I would say with purpose, from my experience, it's not something that you'll know straight away. Very, very few, rare people know what their purpose is at an early age. Those are anomalies. But for you to know your purpose, you have to go and experiment in life. You have to go out there and try different things. This is what I did. I went in the corporate world, investment banking, an oil trading energy firm as well. Didn't like those things, and I went and experimented, didn't enjoy it. And now I know what I want to do, but that's because I experimented doing those different things and it didn't work. And then I found, okay, this is something that I like and something I enjoy. One little tip for you to find your purpose or be closer to your purpose is look at things that you enjoy doing. What are you passionate about? Because the things that you're normally passionate about are normally the things that you're good at and you enjoy doing. Time just flies because you're just so into it. You enjoy what you're doing. You're in your craft. Just list it down, write it down, and keep that there. You don't need to do anything about it. Just keep that there, write it down, and then going back next week and see if you can add anything else, or you still are okay with the things that you've written. That will help you to think and help you kind of put your ideas and thoughts on paper and get you better and clearer with your vision and your purpose and goals that you want to achieve in your life. Thanks for doing this. Would really appreciate your advice on staying on top of A-level revision whilst working out regularly. In short, a way to balance fitness and revision. I'm willing to let go of any distractions, i.e. social media. Love your content, by the way. Thanks for the kind words. I really appreciate it. Now, going to what you're saying, which is you want to do A-levels, but at the same time you want to do fitness and balance that, there's nothing wrong with that. It's actually really, really good what you're doing. The fact that you want to go into fitness and be healthy is fantastic. But the fact that you still want to cut all the social media aspects as well, and you're willing to do that, is even more fantastic. Can you say that? Even more fantastic? I don't know, but okay, you know what I'm saying, right? Like, you are willing to cut social media. People don't realize. They think that, oh, I'm on 30 seconds in TikTok. It's only 30 seconds. No, loser. It's not 30 seconds. 30 seconds becomes 5 minutes. 5 minutes becomes 10 minutes. 10 minutes becomes an hour. Eventually, that 1 hour you've lost just watching pointless things on TikTok that brings you no practical value whatsoever. That 1 hour you could have been doing something more productive and practical. So for me, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And I think you should do that, and it's good because it helps you mentally and physically as well to stay in shape, but also stay mentally ahead and have more energy for yourself. Going about how you go about managing that and organizing it or trying to balance it is very simple. Obviously, during the school day, you're going to have school or A-levels or sixth form. You're going to be going there. It depends on your time clock in terms of your body. Are you a morning person or are you a night owl? See, if you're a morning person, you could wake up early, for example, 5:30 and go into the gym. right? Go to the gym, or even I think gym starts at 6 or 6:30. I'm not sure, depending on the gym that you go. But you can go early in the morning in the gym, get that out of the way, and then you have your school. Or if you're not a morning person, when you come back from school, because obviously you're going to be a bit tired, take a bit of a break, go to the gym, like an hour. You only need an hour. You don't need 2 hours in the gym. This is the thing, right? People overcomplicate things. They think that by overcomplicating it, it's going to make it better. No, it's not, doofus. It's going to make things even more difficult. Keep it simple. You only need 45 minutes to 1 hour. In 45 minutes to 1 hour, you can go intense on the gym. That's what I do. Very intense. I don't do so many exercises. Very few selected exercises that I need to do to get my heart rate going and to target the muscles specifically. That's it. So if you could do that in the afternoon, great, and then you focus on your studies. Because you're starting the gym at the beginning, you don't need to go 6-7 days a week. You can start with 3 days, like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, which means you still have the weekends as well to do your studies. And then if you feel like, okay, you're able to balance more and you're able to have more time for yourself, maybe go on a Sunday. Maybe go on a Saturday, like do maybe 4 times a week. It's all about balance. And the thing is, the fact that you're doing the gym, you see, people would say, oh, going to the gym is a waste of time. No, it's not. Do you know why? Because when you go to the gym and you get good workout, you will have more energy to study. You will not feel like tired and lethargic, because when you're just studying, man, it's boring as hell, man. Like, it's just a boring thing. So when you're going in the gym, you're working out and doing cardio, man, you feel refreshed. Get a cold shower with that at the end, bang, and get a nice smoothie as well, bang, you're good. Your mind is more focused, your mind is sharp, and you're enjoying life more. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't worry about what anyone else says as well. If they say it's a waste of time, just say, thank you, it's a waste of time. I'm gonna go work out, I'm gonna become healthy, I'm gonna bring my body great, and then you can be sitting there lazy and just being, you know, I don't know, what do you call it these days? Lazy, okay? You could just stay lazy. That's it. That's fine. I'm not going to be lazy because I'm going to work out. Just to give you a bit of context, I still work out. I work out every morning. I wake up early, 5:30, and I go and work out. It's part of my routine. It's not a waste of time, because if I don't work out, my brain just feels like, it just feels lazy. I feel like I'm so lazy. I'm not able to do anything. I feel lethargic. I need to go out there. I hit the weight, I hit the cardio, and I do the work. So if anyone's saying that's a waste of time, it's just like, yeah, it's a waste of time. That's fine. Thank you. Do your business. I'll do my business. Thank you. Yo, brother, I'm back with another question. Do you have any tips on how to approach a girl in a place like a gym? I know gyms have a toxic culture of perverted men as well as entitled women. This and a lack of confidence has got me stuck, but seeing as I will be leaving this gym soon, I think I'll have deep regrets if I don't even try anything. First and foremost, I want to say well done for sharing something like this, because it's deep and it's obviously vulnerable, and I know that a lot of guys would not want to ask a question like this because it's sensitive and they don't want to come across as weak. So well done for that. Now, going to your question about how to talk to girls in the gym and the fact that a lot of guys these days are perverted and a lot of women as well are, you know, entitled, I want to say, yeah, it's true. That is very true, because I've seen things happening like on TikTok and even like in YouTube about how to approach girls in the gym and all that, and like I always look at it and think, why are you making things so complicated? Keep it very, very simple. So what I'll do is I'm just going to share you the steps, right? And then I'll give you examples of what I did so it gives you better context. But there's one fundamental difference in how I do things compared to most other guys. And if you keep this in your mind, I think it will make things a lot easier and it will help with your confidence and reduce the pressure. You see, most guys approach a girl to hit out on them. But for me, I don't do it because I want to hit on them. I want to do it because I actually want to have a genuine conversation. There's a difference. I don't look at a girl and be like, okay, I'm going to hit on her. It's literally like, oh, let's just have a conversation as a friend. That's it. I don't care if this girl is attracted to me or not. I couldn't care less. And the thing is, girls will pick up on that. When they see that you don't care, it's something that, I don't know how you say it, but they are attracted to that in a way, because they see that this guy just doesn't care. He's having a genuine conversation and he's really not really hitting on me. They'll sense that, they'll pick up on that. So when most guys are doing something or trying to, you know, come up with sentences in their mind because they want to hit on her or they want to make it impactful, for me, it's literally like just another stranger. So if you're able to think of it like that, where as opposed to you trying to hit on a girl because you want something, but look at it as, I just want to have a conversation with you as a friend, that reduces the pressure a lot. Can you feel that? Like you're going to have a conversation just as a friend. I don't care about any outcomes. I'm not expecting anything. You might not like me. I'm fine with that. Can you feel the pressure reducing? Because it's not heavy on your shoulders anymore. You're not thinking of, oh, I need to say this to have an impact. No, I'm just going there to have a conversation. That's it, right? And most guys don't think of it like that because they see all these videos on YouTube saying, oh, you got to do this. Bro, keep it simple, man. Keep it simple. So when you do this, and I'll give you the steps now, just make sure you keep that in mind. You're just going there just to have a conversation. That's how I do it. I don't care what comes out of the conversation. Like for real, I don't care. Do you know why? Because I'm just confident in myself. I build that confidence, of course, but I am not doing it because I want to hit on you. And if guys are able to shift that mindset from, oh, I want to hit on you, to, oh, I just want to have a conversation with you, you'll see a lot more success. You'll see a lot more success. But people these days are just not deep. They're not genuine. Everyone has short attention span. And this is what happens. This is what happens when you don't use your mind. This is what happens when you're not connected with yourself. Now, the first step when you're doing it is you want to make sure that the girl or the woman is not working out, because that pisses me off as well. Like if I'm working out and someone comes and it disturbs me, I don't like that because I'm in my rhythm. So you don't want to approach someone when they're, working out and they exercise. You want to make sure that they're resting or they're waiting between sets when you approach them. The second thing is you want to make sure you're able to read the room. So what I mean by that is look at when she's exercising, in the sense that is she in a hurry? Because if she's in a hurry, she's not going to have the time for you. She doesn't care, right? She's got shit on her mind. She'll just keep things short and sweet because she's got things to do. So you want to see, okay, if she's taking her time, if she's like in the gym setting, or is she doing it because she's in a rush? So you want to read that as well. And the third thing I would say is, this is very important, is that it's not about what you say at the beginning that has an impact. It's the way you say things. It's your energy. You see, a lot of guys make this mistake where they think they have to come up with a sentence that makes an impact. No, it doesn't matter. You can say the most stupidest things. It doesn't matter. They don't care. But it's the way you say it. It's your energy, how you say it. They will pick up on that, because you've got to remember, women are emotional creatures. So they will be able to sense and feel the energy. So with guys, we're more logical. We are like 0 or 1. We're binary, right? It's either yes or no. But women are like a sine wave. That's how they are. The emotions go like this, right? There's nothing wrong with that. We're biologically different. So when you go and talk with them, you want to make sure that it's not about what you say, but how you say things. So that's very important. So let me give you a couple of examples so it gives you better context of how I go about doing things. But remember, I'm not doing it to hit on them. I couldn't care less what they think about me. I'm doing it because I genuinely just want to have a conversation. But those things, when you just genuinely want to have a conversation and you don't care what they think, is what attracts them to you. That's that kind of the secret, if that makes sense, because you're not caring about, oh, I need something from this. You're just generally being yourself and you're having a normal conversation, and that brings more kind of human connection, because I just want to be part of the community. I just want to talk with everyone. So that's the way I look at it. 2-3 weeks ago, or a month ago maybe, there was this girl that was on the Stairmaster, right? I never used a Stairmaster before, and I was on the treadmill. So I was thinking to myself, okay, you know what? Let me ask her how that was, because I can see she was having a big workout. Like it was very you could see it was intense. So when she finished her cardio, she went into the weight section. I also went to the weight section because I had to do weights. So I didn't even approach her for 30 minutes. And then once I'd done my stuff as well, and then I saw she was resting, I went up to her and said this, very, very simple. No overthinking. I said, hey, sorry to disturb you. I saw that you won the Stairmaster just earlier. How is that exercise? Because it looked like you were in a lot of pain. In a lot of pain. Yeah, I just started this for the last 2 weeks and it's crazy. I'm doing it 2-3 times a week. Oh wow, 2-3 times a week. You must be really consistent. Like, do you come 7 days a week? Like, what's your gym routine like? Oh no, I'm not like the 7 times type of person. I'm just doing 2-3 times a week and I'm gonna build it up from there. Oh wow, okay, what's your goal? Bang, you're already in a conversation. Do you see that? Already in a conversation. And that's how you build up the conversation. It's just genuine, it's authentic. You're not trying to expect something from her. She's not expecting anything from you, of course. You're just having a conversation. That's how you build rapport. And then your confidence builds from there, because you're now being yourself, as opposed to looking at all these YouTubers saying you have to say this, say that. Keep it simple, man. Look at her as a friend. Treat her as a friend, as if it's just a stranger, of course, but just as a friend, not that you want something from her, and she will appreciate you more. Now, one thing I would also say with this is this, right? It's very important, you want to do this, is that when you start talking and you're starting laughing, because with me, every time I talk, they always laugh and we all have like the energy. My energy is good and we get laughing and I just bring that enthusiasm. But when the energy is high and you can feel like it's going good, that's when you leave. Now you might be thinking, what? Yeah, let me tell you why. That is when you leave. When the energy is high, you let her know, okay, well, listen, it was really great meeting you. Thank you for the information. I'll take that on board as well when I'm going to do it. But I'm just going to now resume my weight sessions. Take care. Bye. And then she'll be like, oh, okay, wow, this was good. I want more of it, right? Like the energy was good. It was a genuine conversation and she liked it. But when you're leaving on a high, that means that the next time you see her, she will be thinking about the last conversation that you had, which was an authentic, genuine conversation. Do you see the power in that? And even when you leave her on the high, she will be thinking about it, right? She'll be thinking, oh, this was a nice conversation. We were just talking about something just about the gym, but it was nice. That's powerful. That is what you want to do, as opposed to trying to think like, oh, I want to hit on this girl. No, because now the next time I see her, hey, how you doing? I won't even need to say that. She will say that because she'll remember the conversation from what we had last time. And this is not me being arrogant. This is me trying to read the room as well and just being authentic, being genuine, simple conversation. For example, like there was another woman, this was an older woman, she was doing this exercise, right? I couldn't quite figure out what she was working on. So when she was having a rest, I went up to her and I said, hey, sorry to disturb you. Like, I saw you're doing this exercise, but I can't quite figure out what is it that it's working, what muscle group. And she was laughing and she said, yeah, it is a bit of a weird exercise, but it works out the thighs. I'm like, oh wow, the thighs. I did not expect that. To do this often. Yeah, I try and do that 2 times a week. It's not too bad. And then that's it, you're in a conversation. And before you know it, you start talking about other things. And that's when you know things are genuine and just, it just flows. So I hope you can understand just from the examples I give you that when you're thinking from a perspective of, oh, I just want to talk with you as a friend, it reduces the pressure. It reduces the heavy load on your shoulders. You're not going there anymore to try and like, oh, I want to hit on you or I want to get something on you. I just want to talk to you as a friend. And they will like that because when you're honest and genuine and true to yourself, it flows. It's just a genuine conversation. And look, maybe she might not be attracted to you. Maybe she might not like you or whatever, for whatever reason. That is fine. Not everyone's going to be attracted to you. Not everyone's going to be attracted to me. I know that, but I'm okay with it. I don't care because I'm comfortable in my own skin. The people that are attracted to me, we will talk. That's fine, not a problem. But you can't go thinking that, or everyone should be attracted to you because that's what Instagram and all that shit shows you, isn't it? Like you have to be this type of person, etc. That's bullshit. Take that in one ear and let it go in the other. It's all toxic. Whether she likes you or not, that is not your problem. Don't worry about that. You're going to get a lot of rejections. That's fine. I don't even look at it as rejection. Everyone has different preferences. Not everyone's attracted to me. Do I care? Absolutely not. I don't care. Fine. Because I'm just carrying on with my life. But if you're able to look at it from a perspective of, I just want to have a conversation as a friend, your confidence will go up. The pressure will feel down. You don't feel heavy. You're not going to overthink about, oh, what do I need to say when I come towards her? Or do I say this sentence? Do I say that sentence? Oh my gosh. Because when you do that, a lot of guys do this, right? They overthink it. They don't end up talking to that girl because they're overthinking, and the fear of missing out the sentence or trying to get the sentence right pushes them off from actually going and talking to the girl. But you just go about doing yourself. Just be authentic, be genuine, and trust me, your confidence will go up. A question for your series that I would love to have answered. How to be more confident selling when starting a business. Okay, so this is a good question. How to be confident selling when starting a business. I look at it this way, and you need to segregate both of these. Starting a business separately and selling separately. First and foremost, you need to be an SME. That's the first thing. What an SME stands for is subject matter expert. So if you're selling a service, or if you're providing a service, should I say, that service should give value to your customers. If you have a product, that product should be able to solve a problem that customers are having. So first you need to understand your product and the service that you're providing. But for you to understand that first, you need to first distinguish or identify a problem that your customers are having. Because you see, when you're selling or when you want to become more confident in selling, it's you knowing the problems that your customers are having. Because when you know the problems that your customer are having, your product should pretty much resolve that, if that makes sense. Your product should be able to resolve that. So in your back of your mind, you know your customers or clients are having this problem. Okay, oh, so you have it this way. Oh, okay. Well, listen, we have a product or a service that's going to be able to resolve your problem in a quick, efficient manner. Bang. That's how you become more confident as well, because you know your product and service very well. Nowadays, people are just selling, putting it down in your face. No one likes that, man. No one, they're selling in a way where it's like, oh, this product will give you this benefit, or this service will give you these advantages. No one gives a shit about that. We want to know as customers, how is your product and service going to help me solve my problem? That's how you want to look at it. Okay, these customers have these kind of problems. How can I solve this problem? If I create this product or service, will it be able to solve that problem? I hope that makes sense. And the second aspect of improving your confidence is you gotta go out there. You gotta talk with your customers, whether it be on the phone or face to face. You gotta put yourself out there. How are you going to know what you're selling works if you don't interact with them? Does that make sense? You have to put yourself out there. And even if they don't like it at the end, you can always ask, okay, can you give me a bit of feedback? Like, what did you like the approach? Like, they will give you feedback. That is very important. You got to ask feedback. If it didn't work, if you tried to sell something to someone and it didn't work, ask, okay, what was it that you didn't like about it, so that I can make sure that I improve for my next one. Get feedback. And they might say, oh, I didn't like your approach. Okay, what kind of approach would you have preferred? And they will tell you, write it down. This is how you build confidence. This is how you get more practice under your belt and you become better at selling. Remember, when you're selling, don't sell because you're expecting something. Put yourself in your customer's shoes and think about it. Okay, if I was to be the customer, would I like this? Would I like what I'm hearing? And one little tip I would say to this as well, that people like, customers like, is your passion. You got to be passionate. You got to be passionate. You got to have that energy, that enthusiasm. Because let me tell you, when I was starting teaching maths at the beginning, I had a lot of passion in what I was doing. So when you have passion, people can feel it. People like that. But when you're just this type of person that's just kind of monotonous and just not having any energy, they're not going to be attracted to it. So that's also another tip I would say, is you got to be passionate. You got to have the energy. So when people are talking to me, I'm understanding what their problem is first. But when I'm understanding their problem and I'm processing that, I'm coming back with them with energy, with passion. I'm like, okay, I understand your problem. And we have these kind of things that we can do to help your child. Bang. You add that with passion, you'll get the sales. But it's really about understanding your customer, understand their needs and their problems. When you're able to do that, your business should be evolved around there, and then go out there and practice. Keep practicing, because as you keep practicing, you are going to build up your know-how and your understanding of how you go about selling these kind of things. Or this approach is the right way, or maybe this approach is not the right way. Okay, let me try and do this approach. You have to do a trial and error. It's all about trial and error. And I know it sounds long, but listen, if you want to be successful, nothing in life is easy if you want success. This is the video I didn't even know I needed. It's crazy. I appreciate this, bro. With that being said, in the next episode, can I suggest advice for someone who doesn't know what they really and actually want in life? Thanks for the kind words. I really appreciate that. Now, for someone that does not know what they want to do in life, my advice to you would be this. You need to go out there in the real world and try different things. It's very simple. You have no idea what you want. So the best way to look at it is, okay, I don't know what I want, but let me try and do these different things because I might like doing these different things. I don't know that until I try. Does that make sense? Like, how can you know what you like if you haven't tried these different things? That's what I would say. It's very simple. Don't put pressure, don't put too much worry and comparing yourself with other people, thinking like, oh my gosh, all my friends know what they want to do and I don't. That's fine. That's not a problem. What you want to do is list down things that you like, list down things that you enjoy, things that you're passionate about, and then try and find things around that you can go and do, and then test it out for yourself and see if this is something that you like. It's very simple, because not everyone's going to be able to find what they like straight away in the first instance. It doesn't work that way. For me, it took many tries to know what I actually wanted to do, and I had to go like this pretty much, right at the beginning, like this, still finding, can't find it. Okay, keep trying. And when you do that, you will be able to get closer to what you like. And as long as you're able to be open-minded about things and wanting to try different things out and challenge yourself, trust me, you'll be able to find what you want to do in your life. So I hope you guys have taken value from episode 2 of the Q&A series. If you have other questions, remember, put it down in the comments so I can take these questions and help you out for the next video. As always, everything starts from zero. When are you going to start? Peace.